it's Acoustic Paint, and the day has finally arrived. I'm going to be doing my Sketchbook 2 tour video. So, a couple months ago, I did my Sketchbook 1 tour video. If you want to check that out, click the card. Since then, I have filled a new sketchbook, and I'm super excited to share it with you because I did Inktober in this sketchbook. I'll go through those sketches pretty fast and I'll link the Inktober sketchbook in the card as well. And I felt I did this a lot freer. Like, I was more confident in my art and I was more okay with making mistakes in my sketchbook because that's what sketchbooks are for. So without further ado, let's get started. The front page, it says, "Welcome to my sketchbook." I started this sketchbook June 17th of 2018 and finished it November 14th of 2018. I have some wolf sketches and some video notes, and here I've marked that this is number 2 because all my sketchbooks look very similar. Here I have a tiger. At first I kind of wanted to do like Disney princesses as their animal or whatever, and so I started with Princess Jasmine and she has pet tiger, but I ended up dropping that pretty quick. And just a weird dog sketch on the back. Some minimalistic art pieces, I really like that one. I did this while we were camping and it was a lot of fun. Horse sketch and ink, getting geared up for Inktober. This is obviously in June, but I had already decided that I wanted to do Inktober, so I was excited and wanted to draw something. I didn't have anything to draw, so I just drew my phone with some very stylized headphones coming out of the headphone jack. This was my very first Winsor & Newton marker. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a Faber-Castell set of kneaded erasers and a Winsor & Newton brush marker on clearance for $1.24. They don't carry brush markers anymore, which makes me sad, but yeah. And I sketched a travel mug that we had. The last one and this one are all from life. This fire hydrant, I sketched it from looking at a real fire hydrant. Some stylized rocks here and here. Some more minimalistic drawings. I really like these. I really like that mountain. This sketch for a 4th of July blog post. This is about the time where I just felt like I was slipping away from art and that I just wasn't being as creative as I wanted to. I was just like, I feel like sketching was a chore, which obviously it shouldn't. I think I need to take a break. I didn't take a break and I made this, but I wasn't very happy with it. Now I really like it, but when I made it, I just was like, yep, this is an illustration. It doesn't look very good. Same here. I tried to draw a dog and then I tried to draw a wolf and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted, and I was like, is this the end of my art career? Because I'm melodramatic and I was like, is this the end? Are we done? So just to get back into the ease, like kind of, you know, get back to normal, how I normally felt when drawing, I just did some sketches of my wolf avatar. Obviously, as we go through the book, just like my last sketchbook, my little wolf avatar will change pretty drastically. Embarrassing first attempt of watercolor. I tried to draw a lit match, or paint a lit match, and it didn't turn out. Like little color thumbnails, and I like those. I just wish that the fire wasn't there. Just did some notes. Water-based medium spread. Drawing takes forever. Blending is hard. Watercolors are hard. Probably not the medium for me. Well, plot twist, I've started using watercolors again, and I'm really enjoying them. You'll see some at the end of this book. This is when I started to feel like my art was ramping back up again. Like this, I was really proud of this. I still am. I'm proud of the face. Just some kind of Zentangle doodles. I did this over the course of 3 or 4 days because we were doing a lot of not traveling, but we were going a lot of places and waiting a lot, so I just took this and it's a good way to pass the time, drawing lots and lots of little circles. This is when I got a bunch of new Winsor & Newton markers when they were on sale at Hobby Lobby for $1.24. Quick sketch of a cat eye. I don't know, maybe it wishes it could be a real airplane. I really like how it turned out. It just looks good. Like a lioness sketch. Here I drew some coyotes and I came to the realization that maybe my wolf avatar wasn't a wolf because his ears were big, his snout muzzle was elongated. Maybe my wolf avatar is actually a coyote. Then I just did a little face in the back, some flowers just to cover the space. I kind of regret doing the colorful outline on each of them. I just think it kind of blocks them off and makes them not feel as free and flowy, but whatever. This one was without a reference. He kind of looks like Skippy John Jones. Oh gosh, that hurts to look at. Okay, so here's when I'm falling back into that rut of like, maybe art is a chore for me. Maybe I'm not enjoying it very much. So I drew this wolf, and I drew this. It's embarrassing. The anatomy is okay. Like, I like the anatomy, but it's embarrassing. It looks, oh gosh, it's so bad. I really like these vines. I draw them a lot. They're just fun. I just did some flowers in Winsor & Newton markers, just like, oh, whatever. And on the back, I realized I had drawn a bunch of African wild dogs. So this book, Heads and Tails by Carly Davidson, it's like a little kid board book that I found. It was super cute. It was about dogs, and it had pictures of dogs, and it was like, this is the dog's nose, and this is the dog's tail, and this is the dog's paws and things. And at the very end of the book, they had pictures of each of the dogs, like the models, and one was named Albert, and Albert just had this expression on his face that I just loved, so I wanted to draw him. And this is when I realized that I just haven't been using my Ohu markers at all. I've only been using Winsor & Newton. So I decided to step back and make a couple of illustrations with my Ohu markers, but my Ohu markers, I'm ashamed to say this, have somewhat fallen to the wayside since Winsor & Newton has come to town. Ooh, I like to do this a lot, where I'll just put on like a nature documentary, and whatever animal comes up next, I'll draw. The nature documentary I was watching while I was drawing these was The Hunt. I drew a polar bear, 2 Arctic wolves, an Arctic fox, bottlenose dolphin, an orca, Ethiopian wolf, Gentoo penguin, strawberry dart frog, and a hippo. More turtles, and this little guy right here is saying, righteous! The turtle from Finding Nemo, Crush. Ooh, I really like this page. I just like the sketchiness of it. It looks almost like a fashion designer. I don't know. I haven't looked at very many fashion sketches, but from like my brain, fashion sketches are kind of sketchy, and you can see the pencil underneath the marker, and I just really like it. These are chows, or chow-chows. How many times can I say chow in a row? Just some quick cactus sketches that I wasn't thinking about Inktober at this point, but looking back, they definitely look like my Inktober style. Again, I was feeling down, so not down, but like down in my art. So I just decided to draw some wolves. Here I was watching The Hunt again. I didn't mark it, but I was watching The Hunt. We have a whale shark, a couple of cheetahs, a caracal, and an eagle, and a Cape buffalo. Here are some Captain America drawings. I drew this from a tutorial that I have in an art book that I got for my birthday. I'll do a video on that book in the future, so I won't talk about it very much here. Oh boy, now we're getting into the section where I'm feeling really confident about my art, and it's all because of the Color Erase Prismacolor pencil. That sounds like a really cheesy infomercial, but sketching with the Prismacolor colored pencils, the erasable ones, has made my art look really nice, and it just makes me feel, I don't know if cool is the right word, but I feel cool. I don't know. And as you can see, Inktober. I'm gonna go through this pretty fast. So yeah, day 1 is poisonous, day 3 roasted, day 2 is on a separate page, rooster, whatever, drooling, exhausted, more wolves, spell, more wolves, star, precious, and guarded, another wolf, 11, cruel, day 10, flowing, clock, angular, and whale, week, and bottle. This is just the Inktober list that I made myself. I guess I could have printed out the, real list, but I decided just to do it myself. Day 19, which is scorched, breakable, swollen, drain, expensive, muddy, chop, and prickly, stretch, thunder. The artist had a red mug she was fixing. It was Casey Golden, for those of you wondering. And so I decided just to sketch her mug, and it turned out really cute. Oh, we're still in Inktober. Double, gift, and jolt, and slice. This is the last Inktober prompt. All right, whew, that was a quick one. It's just real fast. If you want to see a more in-depth video of me going through all of that and explaining my process and my thoughts, check out the card, or I have the playlist linked in the description below. This is a spatula tail hummingbird. These are the spatulas of the spatula tail. And here we have a cute little German shepherd just leaning up against the wall. He's just chilling. He looks super cute. Oh, Swift. The reason it says Swift here, I just noticed, I don't know if you can see it, is because I'm loosely following the Inktober 2017 prompts. So Divided and Poison, you can see here, more wolves. This one was for the prompt Underwater. It's a goldfish. I don't know what type of goldfish. I should know. It's a specific type, I just can't remember the name. If you do, let me know in the comments. Yeah, Underwater. This one's long. It's a horse. Like, why the long face or long reins or whatever. I like how the reins are kind of breaking the frame. I think that's cute. Shy, which is a cat peeking around the corner. Crooked, it's kind of a crooked doorway. I'm not super happy with that illustration. I sketched this out a while ago and I'm just looking at it now and it looks so cool. Like, obviously it'd be ineffective as a sword, but it's just the hilt, how it spirals up. I just think it looks cool. Here we have Screech. More wolves. I love drawing wolves. Technically, this is Run and Shattered. Gigantic and Teeming. This is supposed to be a termite mound. Didn't turn out, but it's supposed to be a termite mound. This is the giant Galapagos tortoise. I really like doing the Inktober 2017 prompts because I didn't do them last year. And I'm not following them as religiously as I did the Inktober prompts, and I'm not doing them every day. I did this for my Sketch With Me at the Library video. I haven't ever done like a cartoony wolf illustration like this before, so I really like how it turned out. And now we have Black Panther here. As you can see, most of his suit is made up of pointillism, like the shading and everything is pointillism. It took forever, but it was really a lot of fun. I did these drawings of like Black Panther and Spider-Man the day Stan Lee died. I got into Marvel at the beginning of this year, so I haven't been like a longtime fan. Like, I didn't grow up with, you know, Iron Man and Captain America, but the whole Marvel community and, you know, Stan Lee as the creator really meant a lot to me. So I was a little bummed that obviously I'm not feeling at all the way that some people are, but it's just a little like, I kind of wanted to draw something to kind of tribute, so yeah, I drew a bunch of Spider-Mans and a Black Panther, or the Black Panther, because I just kind of wanted to do a tribute drawing for Stan Lee. And now we have I did these two with the Zig scrapbooking markers, and I did these two with the Prismacolor color erase, and I really like how those turned out. I like how this one's pretty expressive. I like that a lot. And then I did this cat illustration. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of mystical almost. I like how it turned out. At first, it wasn't turning out, so I did kind of this blind contour thing where I looked at my reference drawing, but without looking at what I had previously drawn. So it was like, oh, here I have a line here for the ear, I'm just gonna draw that line and not worry about how it looks. And so that's how I pieced that together. And I actually had a lot of fun with that style. Like, my artistic process isn't usually like that, so it was a nice way to change that up. I did some wolf paw studies. As you can probably tell throughout this entire book, I mostly only draw like the shoulders up from a wolf. So I just pulled up a bunch of references. I was like, you know what I'm doing today? I'm going to try and first finish my sketchbook because I had like 4 pages left, 4 front and back pages. And second, I'm gonna try and do some wolf leg anatomy. So that's what I did here. And then I didn't want to fill the entire page because I got bored after all of these. So I just did kind of like a collage wolf sketch. Then I decided to draw some wolf skulls because, again, I draw a lot of cartoon wolves, so the anatomy is hard for me. It's still good to learn anatomy even if you're doing exaggerated cartoons. So I decided to sketch out the anatomy of a wolf skull here and a bunch here. I really like how this one turned out. I don't know, it makes me happy. I like this one a lot. I think it's one of my favorites. This one reminds me of Gerald from Finding Dory, so I like him. And here is where I discussed the watercolors that I did. What I did is I taped off the sides and just did kind of a gradient here and kind of just like a throw ink on the page and see what happens. Paper towels and clean water is your friend. The biggest thing I learned was it's okay to wait for things to dry. Another watercolor. Okay, so now we have kind of the part 2 of the sketchbook. A couple of months ago, I decided I'm gonna start learning how to draw faces. So I wanted to use my sketchbook, so I flipped all the way to the back and started working from the back to the middle. And it turned out pretty well. Like, my first couple of faces were turning out well. I was feeling confident, and then I took a break, not from drawing completely, but from drawing faces for about 3 weeks. And then I just my brain couldn't figure it out. So the early, like the beginning drawings of this whole thing are gonna be bad, and they're gonna end on a really good note because I started from the back and moved to the middle. These ones were one of the last ones I drew, obviously, because they're at the very beginning of this whole ordeal. So I tried to do a whole big face and it just didn't turn out. So I decided to find a reference that I drew at the beginning. This is so confusing. I drew this same person when I first started drawing faces and it turned out a lot better, and I decided to sketch it again and it just didn't turn out how I wanted. I did some statues here. I really like how the statues turned out, and I really like how she turned out. I like how her hair looks, and she looks really pretty, and I like it a lot. My biggest problem with this is the fact that I was drawing front and back and in graphite, so the graphite would transfer to the other pages, and I don't know how to make that not be a thing. How to keep the graphite on one page. So if you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comment section down below. This was the last one I was really proud of. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's kind of half finished almost, and I don't know how to describe it. She's pretty, but not in the conventional sense, I guess. Oh, and this one obviously isn't a person. I took this on a road trip. We were driving and I took a picture because I thought this shot looked really cool. And obviously this is the whole I messed up on the other eye and couldn't fix it, so let's just give her a crazy hairstyle to cover up my mistake. This was the reference that I drew at the beginning that you saw. Hold on, let me pull it up. So, whoa! Nice. 1 minute I was filming, and the next I just destroy my entire setup. That's cool. Okay. Okay, back from that intermission. So, as you can see, I drew this one near the end and this one near the beginning. I prefer this one. And I don't know what happened. It looks better, and I don't know why. I don't know why I started reverting back to poor drawings, but yeah. She kind of looked like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but her eyes, she looks like she's wearing very thick eyeliner. I love her, oh my gosh. The only thing I don't like about this one is her hair. It just doesn't look as detailed as I would like, but her face just looks so expressive and realistic, and I love it. And these are the first few I drew. This one kind of looks like Felicity Jones, is that her? The actress who plays Jin in Rogue One. That's what she looks like, I think, just a little. Just left this page blank, so I filled it in the day that I wanted to try and finish my sketchbook, doing a quick, one-line challenge. I'll definitely do a one-line challenge video, but this was just me practicing on my own. Cat sketch that says, "Are we done yet?" Because I've been working on this for so long, and I was just like, I'm so done. I want to finish this sketchbook. And I did it upside down, which is fine. You just have to turn it this way to appreciate it. I guess this is my second landscape, and I was actually looking at the landscape instead of at a reference photo. And I think it turned out pretty well. I like it. Oh, you guys know what these are from. These are from the Sketch With Me at the library. I had a lot of fun drawing them, so I just saved them. I'm sure you can see what's coming on the back. Thanks so much for looking through my sketchbook. I had a lot of fun filling this sketchbook. There were times of uncertainty, times of doubt. I'm glad I was able to overcome all of those things to produce this really awesome sketchbook. And I've started my third sketchbook. Surprise, surprise, it's the exact same sketchbook, like the exact same style. And I'm already 5 pages into it, and I'm loving it so far. I have carried seamlessly into the next sketchbook, and I can't wait to share it with you guys once I'm done. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new video. Share this video if you enjoyed it and think someone else will enjoy it too. And yeah, comment your favorite illustration or just drawing or page in the sketchbook, because I love to know which ones people like. I like it. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day. Bye!